Hey, my fabulous ladies and fabulous gents. Stay tuned to see how you can get this makeup look that will not show up on your face mask. Stay tuned. Okay, you guys, I'm back with another video. Just gotta get myself adjusted here. But anywho, I am back with another video with some beauty essentials that I'm going to be using to create a look with the E.L.F eyeshadows that I featured previously in another video. But this look is going to be perfect for face masks because the color will not show up on the face mask that you put on your face. So none of the makeup's going to show up on the face mask. So let's see. As you guys see, I already have my eyebrows done, so I'm gonna start with some primer, and I'm using the Fuera All Matte Face Primer. It's an invisible clear primer, which is perfect for this look because I want a look that's not gonna show up on my face mask at all. So a clear, translucent product is gonna be perfect, and a little bit does go a long way. So I'm just using small dots on my fingers, and I'm just working that into my skin, darlings. Just working it in on my eyes, underneath my eyes, to prevent creasing of the concealer that I'm going to be using later on. It's really good to make sure you do put a little primer underneath your eyes. I'm rubbing it in. Making sure I get my laugh lines. Getting every aspect of my face nice and primed with the Fuera All Matte Face Primer. And next I'm going to be using NYX's First Base Primer Spray. I love this. This is like a staple in a lot of my videos. This is one of my ride or die makeup products that I like to use. It's just an extra reinforcement of primer because I do have very oily skin. And I'm just going to go in with my cute little peacock fan and help that dry down. Fan it down, darling. Fan the house down. And I'm going to go in with another spray of that NYX First Base Primer Spray. And fan, 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 fan. Dry down, dry down, dry down, darlings. Of course, I'm listening to my favorite playlist that I like to play whenever I'm putting on makeup, so I will be dancing and singing on occasion throughout this video. Okay, so as I mentioned previously, my eyebrows are already done. I did use Believe Beauty's brow pencil. As you see, the brow defining pencil in the shade dark brown. This is Amaze Balls. This is a really good eyebrow product. It lasts all day. It's a very creamy product, and as you see, it has a spoolie on one end. I'm just going to go through and comb a little bit of the product that's there already. I'm going to comb it through and just add in some more where needed. And spoolie, comb through with that spoolie. The brows just you can never get them perfect, but hey, it is what it is, darlings. Okay, and I am going to now set my brow hairs in place. And to do that, I am going to be using Believe Beauty's brow styling gel, eyebrow styling gel. And this is also in the shade dark brown. You can't see it, but trust me, it's dark brown. And this, in addition to the brow pencil product, like really sets your brows. Like it lasts all day. It does not budge. All of Believe Beauty products are under $5. So I want to say this was like $4.99, I think. But I will put the price in the description below. So yeah, definitely want to check out Believe Beauty. It's sold exclusively at Dollar General. As y'all know, I love me some affordable drugstore makeup. If it's not drugstore, it's definitely going to be affordable. In my case, I'm not really into the luxury makeup brands. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, so just going through and setting my brow hairs in place so that I can get that lasting brow style throughout the day. And today I'm going for a darker brow look. Sometimes I like to go for a lighter brow look, but today I am doing, you know, a color that's closer to my natural brow color. I think my brows look pretty good today, which is saying a lot because I usually do not like my brows. Jamming a little bit. Okay, get it, girl. Cannot remember what song I was listening to at this point, but it's definitely got me moving. Okay, so now we're going to conceal under the eye, and I'm using one of my favorite concealers. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 57 Walnut. This is a concealer that's closer to my skin tone. For this look, I'm not necessarily worried about a brightening effect underneath my eye, just a concealing effect. Just to conceal my dark circles. I'm not really wanting to go too heavy on the face products because I don't want any product to show up in my face mask. So the less color products I can use, the better in this case. Just going to go in with my beauty sponge and blend that on down. And I'm being careful not to really spread the concealer too far below underneath my eye area because I don't want any color anywhere else on my face. The whole purpose of this look is to create a makeup look that's not going to show up in my face mask. So I'm just concentrating the pigmented products underneath my eye. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to use on my face. I'm not going to show you now, but coming up soon in the video, I'll show you what I'm going to use on the rest of my face. So now I'm just focusing on getting that eye area blended and concealed. Not wanting to extend that concealer too far outside of my eye area. Okay, so now I think I am going to be working on the rest of my face. I'm going to use my color change sponge to remove any product from my face brush. Get all the color off of there because this is what I'm going to use to dabble into that Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. Translucent powder is very important to use when you want to create a look that is not going to show up on your face mask. This looks not necessarily, I can't say it's transfer proof, but it's not going to show up in your face mask. And the way to do that is by using a translucent powder. I love translucent powders. A lot of people are a little leery of it, but trust me, translucent powder is your best friend when it comes to these face masks that we have to wear, because I get so annoyed whenever I do create a cute look with foundation and everything and I put my mask on, take it off, and all the product has been removed and it's sitting in the face mask. So translucent powder is the one way for me to be comfortable with wearing a face mask, because if the product is moving off my face, I really can't tell because it's translucent. It's not going to show up in your face mask. And I'm just dabbling it all over my face. I hope what I said made sense to you guys. I suck at explaining things, so I apologize, but yeah. So I'm just going to go in underneath my eyes and set my concealer with some more of that translucent powder. I'm setting underneath my eyes and also my eyelid as well. And translucent powder, I like it because it blurs your pores, gives you that kind of airbrushed finish. And I did use a little bit on my eyebrows. I like to set my eyebrows with some translucent powder as well. But like I was saying, translucent powder, it blurs your skin. It minimizes your pores. It gives you that airbrushed finish without adding extra color to your face. It gives you a colorless, smooth finish. See how my skin looks smooth, but with no color. It just enhances my color, and I'm just showing you guys there that it is translucent. It's white, but it goes on colorless. And this is Avon True Colors pressed translucent powder. I'm going to use this. I'm going to take this with me to use throughout the day. I'm just showing you guys that it's also translucent, but I like to use this and take it with me for touch-ups that I might have to do throughout the day. Fits perfectly in my pocket there. So now it's time to prime the eyelids, and to do that, I'm going to be using eyeshadow primer by BYS, or Be Yourself Cosmetics, which is I think they're an Australian makeup brand. I have a lot of their makeup actually, which I think I'm going to be doing a video for them next or coming up. But anyway, I do love their products. Again, this is BYS, Be Yourself Cosmetics, and this is I believe it's a silicone based primer. Yeah, I think it's a silicone based eyeshadow primer. Don't quote me on that. But it smooths out the lines on my eyelids, keeps the eyeshadow from creasing. You know, the typical thing that eyeshadow primers do. Extends the the wear time of your eyeshadow. Yada, 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 all that stuff. So, yeah. And with this eyeshadow, once you put it on, you really don't have to wait to let it set. It's a silicone-y, like powdery formula, so you really don't have to wait to let it set. I don't feel you do, but yeah, just make sure it's blended in really well to your eyelids. And for the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the E.L.F. eyeshadow duo pots. and it was very cheap on sale. As you can see, I got this from Kohl's when we went a while back. I literally loaded up on a whole bunch of makeup that they were having on sale, and I grabbed this. So I'm going to use this to create my look. And for my eye look, I'm kind of really going to go a little dramatic. As you see there, I was showing you the products. But yeah, it has a brush that looks okay. It looks pretty decent. Usually the brushes that come with the product are not all that great. So we'll see. I'm going to use the first duo pot I'm going to use. I'm going to go in with that brown deep beige color. It's got a lot of fallout. Ooh, Lord. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of fallout. So I am going to go and add a little more translucent powder underneath my eyes to catch any eyeshadow fallout from that E.L.F. eyeshadow. I'm just going to add a little bit more powder underneath to just sit underneath my eyes and catch that fallout. And I'm going to sweep it away after I'm done with my eyeshadow look. Might as well set my forehead lines while I'm at it and my smile lines. Why not? Okay, so back to the eyeshadow. No, I'm using that brush that it came with. And I'm just going to go all over my lid with that brownish deep beige color. I'm going to do a garage all over my eyelids, but that brush is not getting the job done. I'm not really feeling it too much. No. We gonna use one of my other brushes. So I'm gonna go in with that Farrah blending brush. I think that's my Farrah blending brush. I don't know, y'all. I got so many makeup brushes I don't be knowing. But I'm gonna go in with that dry cleaning sponge and just remove any color that might be on there and dab it back in that eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna go over my lid with a garage. Just put down a base color. And I like to do a garage to help the colors that I put down to create my look go on smooth and not go on blotchy or patchy. Help them blend better, stick better to the eyelid in addition to the primer that I used. So using the eyeshadow primer and then putting down a garage or a base eyeshadow color, it really helps to intensify that eyeshadow look that you're creating. In my opinion, you guys, just take it with a grain of salt. I am not a certified makeup artist or licensed cosmetologist, okay? Just going all over the eyelid, underneath, up to the brow bone, underneath the eyebrow, and just creating a very smooth canvas for my eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go in with using another one of those duo pots with a more deeper color. I am going to use a deeper brown to put down a transition color. Using that deeper brown there to create a transition color. And the transition color just helps add dimension to the eye, gives you a a gradient effect. And helps everything look a little bit more blended when you put down a transition color. Instead of just going straight in with the crease color, the transition color just adds that extra dimension. And I just like to bring it down to the bridge of my nose just to create a nice eye shape, a nice shape to the eye. And I did that with the brush that came with the E.L.F. Eyeshadows, and it's actually really good for transition colors. It's not bad. So I'm going back over everything with the blending brush just to blend everything down, soften it a little bit. Because I don't want that transition color to be too intense. I don't want it to be the star of the show. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the third duo pot, which is a more cooler tone color. I'm going in with a slender angled brush to add some dimension to the crease. Just adding dimension and depth. I'm focusing on that crease because I want a concentrated crease. Digging in there. Digging in that crease. Okay, and I'm gonna use that goldy color, that gold tone shimmery color. It's like a deep champagne color. And I'm gonna go on my lid with that shade. It's like a more of a gold tone to it. Just packing it in. packing it on that lid. For some reason, it seems like there's a spot on my eyelid that's like rejecting color. It's like rejecting the eyeshadow for some reason, and it was irritating me. It just would not accept the color for some reason. The struggle was real. Moving on to the next eye, just gonna pack in that color like I did on my other one. Just packing on in. Blending and packing all at the same time. And I'm going to go in with that blackish gray color and just add a little bit more depth at the crease. Blend, 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 blend. Just to intensify it up a little bit. And I want a kind of a dramatic eye look, since I'm not doing anything extra on my face as far as like blush, highlighter. I want a dramatic eye that is the focal point, since I'm going to be wearing a mask. So I'm really gonna go glam on this eye. A little daytime glam. And I went back in with the color that I used as my transition color. Yep, and I dropped something. I dropped it. But I'm going in with that color that I used as my transition. I'm going to put that down as the base color at my lower lash line to set to as a beginning point for any extra colors that I'm going to lay down. I believe I'm looking for one of my pencil brushes to use, and I think I found, oh, yep, found my little fish-tailed pencil brush, my mermaid-tailed pencil brush. And I'm just going in and just blending everything out to give me some dimension on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with that color that I used at my crease, that I concentrated at my crease. I'm going to go over that color that I put down at first and just lay down an extra deeper tone color and jam a little bit for y'all too at the same time. Okay, girl. Gonna smoke out that bottom lash a little bit. Smoke it out. Sometimes you got to take a step back when you're doing your makeup to get the full scope of how it looks. I'm just continuing to blend. Blending everything, that crease color, the transition color, blending it all together. I love to blend. Like that's my favorite part of about adding eyeshadow is blending everything together, adding dimension. I love it. Making that look, making all the colors come together, and I just love it. Okay, so I'm gonna add some liner. I'm gonna use the Avon Glimmer Sticks liner in Emerald G65, and I'm also gonna use Avon True Color Glimmer Stick Diamond in 24 karat gold. I love gold. Gold is my favorite thing. So anyway, so yeah, I'm going to use this on the top and bottom. I'm just going to create, just create a look. Green and gold to me just looks so good together. I kind of have to work with this a little bit because it doesn't go on exactly as you would think it'd go on. So I have to work with this here and give it a couple tries. I've got to build up the intensity on this. I'm going to go ahead and work it in on the lower lash line and then back to the top. You got to work with it, child. I was not expecting to have to work with it this much though, but that's what makeup is about. You got to work to create the look you want. It doesn't always come out easy. I don't know if you guys can see. You can't see the intensity of it. It's not coming across on the camera, but that green with that gold eyeshadow that I have on, oh, it looks so good in person. And I'm just going back over and packing in a little bit more of that gold eyelid color. Kind of because I got irritated using this green liner. I needed to take a break from it, but here we go again. Okay, so I'm working on my right eye here. I refuse to give up. I'm going to work with this liner till I get the intensity that I want. Okay, I think it's coming along. And I'm going to wing it out a little bit, not a lot though. Adding it to the lower lash line. I had to do something. I don't even remember what I had to do. I had to walk away for something. I don't know. All right. And we are back, darlings. All right. So we're back working with this liner again. trying to get a good intensity at my lower lash line. Oy vey, like I did not. I had obviously not worn this liner in a minute because I forgot, like was not anticipating having to work this long with this liner to get this intensified. Like, you guys can fast forward through this point if you want. I totally would understand. All right, so now I'm going in with the 24 karat Avon True Color Liner at the inner corner to open up the eyes. And I'm going to add some at the waterline as well. Okay, I think I'm looking for my eyelash spoolie. There we go. Because I want to comb through my lashes, prep them for my mascara that I'm going to use. Something has caught my attention off camera yet again. Enjoy the scenery, you guys. Animal print scenery, that is. And I'm back. And combing through those lashes, prepping them for mascara, lower lashes. Going back at my waterline with a little more of that 24 karat gold liner to intensify that lower lash line. Okay, now I'm going to add a little eye bling by AkA Ruby Kisses. It's their eye bling glitter liner. I love these. And I'm just going to place some of that in the inner corner just for a little glitz and glam. Un poquito, un poquito. And I want to add a little shimmer on the center of my eyelid. So I'm going to go in with that nice champagne color. I just stabbed it with the tip of my brush, but I'm going to place it a little bit on the center of my eyelid. And it's not as the intensity is not really speaking to my soul. So I am going to use some setting spray I'm going to spray my brush with some of that setting spray. Fan it out a little bit. And I'm going to dab it back in that champagne color. And then put it back on there. And there we have the intensity. Yes, darling, that I'm looking for. There we go. Beam me up, Scotty. Yes. See that reflection? Yes. Reflect the house down, darling. Okay, and now I'm going to go with that color that I used for my base. And I'm going to just place some on my brow bone underneath the eyebrow area just to refine that area up a little bit. I'm not necessarily wanting to carve the eyebrow out, but just wanting to neaten that area up. Because I want the focus to be that green and gold color that I placed up my lash line. So I don't really care about the brows being the focal point, but just putting a little color there just to neaten things up a little bit. Or I don't know. I wasn't intending on carving out my brows, but I guess I am doing that. Carve them brows out, girl. And now I'm going to go in with a little slender fluffy brush and just tidy everything out, blend everything down, make it cohesive. Blending is essential with eyeshadow, with your entire makeup look, but it's definitely essential with your eyeshadow. You gotta make sure you blend. Blend it some more. Well, actually, I'm going back in with that transition color. Bringing that out some more. What you think about that? Okay, so it's mascara time. So I'm going to be using Wet n Wild's 3-step mascara. So this is the black tube is going to be steps 1 and 3, and the white tube is step 2, which is the false fiber lashes. Actually, that's an older tube of the false fibers. I have like 2 or 3. Okay, I have 3 tubes and I want to get the newest one. So I'm going to grab that right quick for you guys. Okay, so this is the newer tube, which is, so it's a 3-step mascara process. 1, 2, 3. And it's Wet n Wild, one of my favorite makeup brands. So I'm going to go in with step 1, which is coating, putting a coat on. This is kind of going to be a minute, so if you want to fast forward, I would totally understand. Would totally understand. But the mascara process is my favorite step in the makeup application. In addition to highlighting, but we're not highlighting for this look today since we're wearing face masks. No highlight, no blush, no foundation, no colored powder on the face, nothing. We don't, because we don't want anything that will show up on the face mask. So once again, that's why I'm doing my eyes so glam and dramatic, because you know when you're wearing a face mask, the focal point is your eye. So why not jazz it up, honey? Why not go all out? Mesmerize them people when they look at you in your eyes. So I'm going with a good, thick, luscious coat of mascara. Step one, going on my right eye and doing the same thing. Jam it out, girl. Yes. I love listening to music while I'm putting my makeup on. Like, who doesn't? What girl or guy does not love to listen to their favorite songs while putting on a good beat of makeup? This mascara is pretty good actually without even having to use the false fibers, but I'm just going to use it for all intents and purposes because it is a 3-step process, so why not? Okay, so you guys know I'm addicted to mascara, so I'm going to go in with another coat. So this is step 1 extended. So I'm just globbing on another coat before I add on the false fibers, which is step 2. False fiber mascaras are like kind of archaic in the makeup industry because you know they've moved on to other things in terms of mascara. Now, you know, false lashes are like the thing, but I have always loved false fiber mascaras. I just, I don't know. I just like them. I don't know. I kind of could go with just putting on just this mascara, but we're going to be obedient and we're going to do step 2, which is the lash fibers. I kept saying the false fibers, but it's the same thing, lash fibers. It's the white little fibers that you just place on the tips of your lashes. And you have to be careful with the lash fibers because if they get in your eye, it's so irritating. Okay, so we're going to go back in and this is going to be step 3. And we're just going to repita and add that third, or is this, in my case, this is going to be the 4th coat, I think. I can't remember. Okay, so we're just going to glaze it over those lash fibers and they're going to create length to your lashes. Create length, volume. Nah. It's a little meh, lackluster, but you just got to work with it and it'll do what it's supposed to do. It's a slight difference, I would say. I'm singing to you guys. Yeah, it's a slight difference. Hmm. Emphasis on the word slight. There's a slight difference. It's not a big difference, but there's a difference. Okay, so now I'm going to do my lower lashes. Get that one out of the way there. And okay, now I'm going to do my lower lashes. Sorry, you guys. I am literally getting a FaceTime call while I'm recording this. So, yeah, just try to ignore the call. Just focus on my lashes. Working on that lower lash line. And can you see the effect of that 24 karat liner at the waterline there? It's Trey Fabulous. And y'all already know I'm gonna go back in with like several coats of mascara, so you've been warned. Lashes make the look. You can create a lush, voluminous lash line without having to put on false lashes. If you're, persistent in your mascara application. Look at that. Woohoo. Okay, so a little bit more adjusting myself there. Sorry, you guys. So I'm going to brush away the excess powder, translucent powder. I'm rubbing that away. I think I'm going to go in with a different brush. I'm going to go in with my E.L.F brush. This is actually a foundation brush, but I use it to brush away my excess foundation. It's the perfect size to get underneath my eyes. So I'm just brushing away that translucent powder, cleaning it up a little bit underneath my eyes, my laugh lines. And brushing away that powder that I placed on my forehead lines. And this time I'm going to add a little bit more translucent powder, but I'm going to use the Avon pressed powder, the Avon True Color translucent pressed powder. This is, well, translucent, clear. It's just like the Wet n Wild, but in pressed powder form. And this is what I'm going to be taking with me today when I need to touch up while I'm out and about. Just adding it all over my face. And this is totally colorless, you guys. No color at all on my face with the exception of the concealer underneath my eyes and my eyeshadow and my brows. There's nothing of color on my face, which is going to be perfect for my face mask. Oh, my husband needed something. Okay. So, yes, like I was saying, when you're wearing your face mask, it's best to wear translucent powder. Trust me, you guys. Even the transfer proof foundations eventually transfer and show up on your face masks. So, yeah. So, anywho, I'm highlighting my trio of moles on my left side and on my right side, my solo mole that I have there. So yeah, no blush, no highlighter is going on my face at all. Now I'm just gonna add a lip color. Rub on a little bit more powder around my mouth area, jawbone. Just tidying up a little bit more underneath the brow bone, underneath the eyebrow. Okay, so for the lips, I am choosing between Black Radiance's Perfect Tone Matte Lip Color and, well, or this color here by Amuse. It's a long-lasting matte color. They're both neutral colors. This is in the shade Nude by Amuse. You can't see it there, but it's nude. So these two colors I'm trying to choose between. I'm thinking I might go with Black Radiance because it's more towards my skin tone. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this one, which matches perfectly my skin tone. This is a very matte color. It dries down like bone dry, which is once again perfect for when you're wearing a face mask. You don't want anything to show up and rub off on your face mask. I'm not using any highlight on my Cupid's bow, nothing. Adding some more styling gel on my brows. I want my eyebrows and my eyes to be on point, you guys, because when you are wearing your face mask, that's going to be the focal point. I can't stress that enough. You want to have a sexy, seductive eye area. Oh, on top of that face mask. There we go. Transfer proof lip color, Black Radiance. There you go. Transfer proof. And that is my face mask look, you guys. I think I am going to add in a little bit more mascara because I'm obsessed with it, of course. And I want a very lush lash line. I want those lashes to peek out above that face mask and just mesmerize anyone who talks to me today. Add some at the lower lash line. I think this is going to be coat 2 or 3 for my lower lashes. Okay, you guys, time to set it off. Gonna shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your setting spray. Shake your setting spray. Ow. So this is Maybelline's Lasting Fix setting spray. I've used this before. This is one of my favorites, my ride or die. One of my ride or die makeup products that I love to wear. I love anything Maybelline, but this setting spray is the bomb. So give it a spray and we're going to fan that down. Fan the house down, darling. And we're going to give it another spray. Spray the house down, darlings. And just fan it down, let it dry. And this is also going to help me have that matte look throughout the day. And that, you ladies and gentlemen, is going to be my face mask friendly makeup look. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to rub it, press it in. And nothing. No color on my face mask at all, which is a vast improvement from my other face looks that I wear. But that is it, you guys. Fan the house down. That's my face mask friendly makeup look. Hope you liked it.